How is it going, everybody? I hope you all are doing well, but it's time to dive into the latest chapter, the newest chapter of Tokyo Ghoul. And this is a big chapter for Tokyo Ghoul because this is chapter 150, the big 150. So congratulations to Ishida for reaching 150 chapters of Tokyo Ghoul, but this also makes me wonder how many more chapters of Tokyo Ghoul do we have until we conclude this story, because it kind of feels like we're kind of winding down and approaching the climax for Tokyo Ghoul. But I'm just excited to see what type of content we're going to be getting in this week's latest chapter, because 149 had some awesome stuff happen and appear in that chapter. Ayato and Kimi both made a resurgence into the story, which I'm very happy about, but the ending of that chapter, having Hide and Toka meet again after such long time. They haven't talked since part 1, so I'm really excited to see, and I'm hoping that Ishida actually has a conversation between these two characters. We might end up skipping it, but I'm really looking forward to, if it does happen, a conversation between Hide and Toka. But I'm just excited to see what chapter 150 brings to the table, what new things we're going to learn, because I have a feeling that we're going to learn some significant stuff in this chapter. At least that's what I'm hoping. So let's just dive right into this chapter. And the title of this week's chapter 150 is entitled Ark. A-R-K. So I don't know if that's a biblical reference to Noah's Ark, but we'll find out as we go through the chapter. So I'm on page 1 right now. This is not on MS. The translation is coming from JBox, so just so you guys are aware. Now let's just dive into this week's latest chapter. If that thing continues to operate, it'll go wild to compensate for its energy loss. So we have all of Kano's assistants basically rummaging through all of the notes, the notebooks, the research that Kano just basically had on experimenting on ghouls, Kaneki, and hopefully this leads to something about Dragon. An idea brought into the CCG, a long history of research to be put to the test. Okay, so we have Kimi, 150 Ark. If the attacks are anything like these, the damage could spread to the neighboring ward. No, it would take out the whole 23rd ward. What do you mean? Can you explain it to us, Nishino-san? This is the Kagene's true form, and she's holding up origami. So she's comparing a Kagene to an origami swan. So I wonder what the explanation for this is going to be. All right, next page. Origami. I had the same question. Huh? The surface area of a paper crane is approximately 40% of the original paper. If you unfold it like this, it turns out to be 2.5 times the size of the paper crane. And judging by Ishida, I'm guessing that those measurements are most likely true, so that's actually very interesting. A Kagene is like a piece of origami folded innumerable times. During the process, a vast physical structure is hidden within it. Dr. Kano calls this a collapsible structure. Okay, makes sense. With that thing taking in such a tremendous number of kakaho, there should be an unbelievable number of paper cranes within. It grows in size proportional to the number of kakaho it consumed, or so that's how I've come to understand it. Yes. What should we do? So, depending on how many kakahos are within Dragon, this could be a lot. This thing could unfold and spread throughout not only the 24 wards of Tokyo, but it could also just spread throughout all of Japan, and then maybe even fold into the sea. We don't know, because we don't know how many ghouls were consumed when Kaneki, transformed into Dragon. But what we do know is that there were 101 Ogai. At least that's what we're led to presume, with Furuta's dialogue of 101 Dalmatians with Rize. So I'm guessing there were 101 Ogai that Kaneki consumed, so that adds about 102, including Kaneki's original Kakaho, within Dragon's form, just with those alone. So that's actually pretty big. Wow. All right. I love his landscape and aerial shots of the city. Ishida, you do such good work with your cityscapes. It's so good. And you can even see, even though I think that's Dragon, I'm guessing, just going through the city, if we had a high quality scan, it would definitely look a lot better. The affected area is huge, but within that perimeter, there should be a body from which it originates. Kaneki's original body. We gotta dig for that body. We gotta go dig for some Kanekis. If we take out the main body, the Kagene will start to break down. So basically you gotta separate it from Dragon, and then it will start to deteriorate. That actually reminds me a lot of Attack on Titan. total tangent, but when Eren disconnects from his Titan form, it begins to evaporate. So this is kind of like the same concept. If you disconnect Kaneki from Dragon, the Dragon Kagane will start to dissipate. Makes a lot of sense. However, this is going to be like finding a needle in a haystack. Exactly, it's just so big. But there's no other way, is there? We could just wait until it dies out on its own naturally. Dr. Kano thought that RC cells generally maintain a structure similar to telomeres. This brings it back to Kaneki's aging with his discussion with Nishiki. In other words, Kagane have a finite number of times they can divide, like typical cells. So Nishiki and Kimi know the same information. I like that tie-in right there. I mean, it makes sense. They dated and they were kind of like in the same medical field, kind of. I find that very, very interesting. Good connection right there between Kimi and Nishiki in that conversation of like 20 chapters back. Okay, the Hayflick limit. If that gigantic thing exceeds that limit, it'll start to fall apart. But how long will it take until it reaches that point? So I love having all the scientists just breaking this down. Okay, next page. My guess is 200 years. It would take this 200 years to dissipate. We don't have that much time. We do not have that time. It will take at least 200 years for that thing to dissolve. 200. Looks like our only choice is to find that main body. So what's this main body look like? Marude-san, we're in trouble. So someone just came up very urgently. The CCG, a whole bunch of operatives shuddering and they're like in fear. What's all the commotion? Marude-san, inside the gate. Ghouls just showed up? Ghouls. Hang on. What do we got here? Yo, look at those masks. That looks awesome. So we have a whole bunch of CCG operatives armed with Quinques. We have Ure and Psycho. What are they here for? What the hell are you guys doing? Hurry up and... So Marude just showed up and... Oh my god, those masks look so cool. Even though they're just for generic ghouls, that one on the right looks awesome. I love that design. Ooh, Hide showed up with the ghouls, and we have Akira and Amon. I like this panel a lot. Hide looks very triumphant right here. This looks cool. Oh, wow. Oh my god. The bottom panel on the same page, all of them wearing their masks. Black Rabbit, White Rabbit, the Gourmet. I'm guessing that's Banjo in the back. We have the Triple Blades and Serpent. Nagachika, what are you? And so he just brought Goat. So we're skipping the conversation that Hide and Toka had. I'm guessing by this, but he just brought the whole Goat organization to the base, to CCG. Oh god. So this is leading to, before I even move forward, I'm on the next page. This is definitely leading to the super piece that Furuta and a majority of characters have been trying to work towards for humans and ghouls to coexist, to come together, and they're basically joining forces for a common goal, for Kaneki. This is pretty cool. Hey, Amon, isn't that Amon Kotaro? Amon, it's really him. Didn't he die in the line of duty in the 24th Ward? No, he didn't, my good sir. No, he did not. Nagachika, what the hell are you doing? Somebody bring me Higher Mind, Mugen. So that is Mugen back there. He needs Higher Mind. All right, let's see how this conflict goes right now. We brought people who would help. Huh? Kimi-san already told us this, but don't we have to dig up the main body of that thing? This punk. Hide is way ahead of Marude throughout this entire situation. He knows what needs to be done. It still amazes me how much far ahead he is than any other character in the series. Like, Hide is the man with the plan. He just knows what's going on. He's the smartest character, honestly. But there are limits to humans. There needs to be some flexibility. Flexibility? Are you seriously telling me to work with ghouls? He is, Marude. He is. Well, he's already been working with Matsuri, who technically is like an artificial human, I'm guessing? I don't think Matsuri is a ghoul. Yes. What? That thing's true form is Kaneki Ken. If it's for him, these people will cooperate. Oh, I love these panels. Just getting to see all these masks on these characters once again is just so cool to see. The fact that Toka is wearing the rabbit mask too, that brings me back. Ooh. Kaneki Ken, the one-eyed king? And then Psycho's like, Maman. Oh my god, Psycho. That right there touches you. Wasn't he executed though? No, he was not. Come on, Furuta fooled you all. There were rumors that people had seen him. I don't know what to believe anymore. Is there anyone here to explain all this? Where's the bureau director when you need him? Furuta is long gone. No one knows where he is. Whoa. Kuro Ui cleaned up good. Like, he does not look disheveled like he did the past couple chapters ago. Like, he looks a lot better. The bureau director has stepped down, and we have Hirako and Kid Arima. That's how I'll call him, because I know he's got the last name Arima. He's not related to Arima, but it's Kid Arima. He used the CCG for his own personal gain. He quit. What the hell? Why is Hirako here? The only reason he executed Kaneki Ken was to gain your trust. He played you like a fiddle. Furuta played you all as if you guys were just stupid morons. Like, oh my god. Furuta, everything that went according to his plan amazes me. The bureau director's agenda was to give birth to that thing. Though his top secret plan taking place underground, we were all blinded by his craftiness, his trollishness too. Hirako-san was also one of his victims. And Hirako's looking at Ui like, what are you talking about? Hirako boy. So that was what really happened? And Moomin looks like he's about to cry. Or Mugen, not Moomin, Mugen. But this is what I come back to. I don't know, Ui. I don't think you get to brag right now. You were being fooled by Furuta as well. Ghouls working with the CCG, and even Marude-san and Amon-kun have somehow come back to life. If that's the case, I want Arima-san and Hairu to come back as well. That ain't happening. I would be actually really upset if Arima actually ended up coming back to life. So, you there with Amon-kun, you're going to dig out Kaneki Ken alongside the CCG, no less? Who in their right mind would believe that an investigator would team up with a ghoul? Look at everyone's faces. Why would you even bother asking? It's impossible to work together, no matter the circumstances, no matter how effective it might be. Right, Marude-san? So this makes a lot of sense to me. You know, there's a lot of history right now within the war and conflict between ghouls and humans, and it's not going to be settled right then and here, but I'm really curious to see where this is going to go, because we can't just have an all-out brawl breakout right now between the GOAT and CCG organizations right now. So someone's got to defuse this situation. Leave before you all get killed. Or did you want to get killed right here? Superior Officer Ui. Almon's talking right now. All right, let the man speak. Do you know what the most important thing to an investigator is? Exterminating ghouls? Wrong. Oh, what's the knowledge he's about to drop right now? What is the right answer, Almon? The Ghoul Countermeasure Law preface. The thing of most important value is peace, and the countermeasure members will put full effort into maintaining that. Keeping the peace. One who fights in order to protect the peace, that's an investigator. We have to fight, even with ghouls. Yes, Psycho. Yes, Psycho. Oh, I've been waiting for this moment too. Psycho raises her hand like a good little girl that she is, right behind Kui, and just says, I will accept them. Thank you, Psycho. Thank you. All right. I, as an investigator, will fight alongside ghouls. Yes, Psycho baby, yes. All right, and plus, it makes sense because Amon saved her so long ago, so she would trust Amon. Oh, I like this a lot. She is standing up for her protector. And then we have Xiao and Hige. As a Kohei, I shall follow my senpai. Marude-san, I heard that you were the kind to even use old women. What? What's that line even mean? Marude-san, I heard that you were the kind to even use old women. I'm not sure what that means. What? Cut that shit out. Even in this situation, working with ghouls, Marude-san, there's no need to dignify them with a listening ear. They're the enemy, that's right. The pride of the CCG will... ... So what's gonna happen next? Oh, shit. Oh, that's bold. They just took off all of their masks, throwing them up into the air, revealing their faces to the CCG. And they're all shook. They are shook right now. Ooh, and Toka in the bottom left panel. Pride? Question mark? What a load of bullshit. You go, Toka. Just preach right now. Preach to the crowd. You're planning to die for such a dumbass reason. What are you, idiots? They took off their masks. So cute. So kawaii. We're going to do whatever it takes. Jeez. What an amazing group. Oh, we got Slippers approaching. Juzo. I think I should be able to put up with it. With just us CCG, I'm sure that's what Shinohara-san would do. That's what Shinohara would do. How long are you gonna parrot that for, Suzuya? You make your own decisions. You're an adult, after all. Very true. That is very true. So in many ways, Juzo has grown up, except for thinking for himself, because he kind of, this makes a lot of sense. He thinks based on what Shinohara would do, and what would actually, you know, kind of like live up to his name in person, but Juzo shouldn't be doing that. He should live for himself. He should think for himself. Marude's speaking some knowledge right here. Well, if you say that you want to work with ghouls, the whole CCG would follow in your footsteps. The amount of respect that the CCG has for Suzuya. And Hanbi is still alive, so that's good to see. Is that so? Well then, let's all go together. Okay, I am happy with that response. Even though I know many were upset with Juzo, you know, fighting down in the underground, but he was manipulated by Furuta to join in that fight because he was kind of blackmailing him with the potential death of Shinohara. But, I mean, it made a lot of sense to me. But I'm liking now that we're diffusing the situation. Everyone is like, okay, let's work together right now for a common goal. It'll be easier that way. Well, we'll just have to prepare for the worst. And everyone's just happy right now. This is awesome. Hide and Akira high five. Isn't this what you had in mind? The CCG will accept your cooperation. Tokyo will be reborn. So this, wow, this is a monumental chapter that has been built up since the beginning of Tokyo Ghoul. Chapter 150 end, next chapter. What will happen with this newly combined strength? This chapter just makes it more apparent to me that we are approaching like the climax of the story of Tokyo Ghoul, because with this is showing humans and ghouls coming together. So we're approaching the final arc, it feels like, to where the whole story building up to the cooperation of both sides, humans and ghouls, has now come to fruition. So I really like this chapter a lot. I'm really excited and really want to hear your guys' thoughts on this chapter as well, because this is something that has been built up for quite some time, and I'm really curious to see how you guys think about this chapter. Did you guys love this chapter or hate this chapter? Overall, I really liked it, first from the character moments we had, and the ghouls taking off their masks. That is a huge moment within the series, and definitely shows the amount of trust and pride that not only that the ghouls have, but the CCG as well. So I really enjoyed this chapter, guys. So chapter 150, very big, monumental chapter for the overall Tokyo Ghoul story. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, guys. I will have my review up later today for this chapter, because there's going to be some significant things to talk about that went down in this chapter, at least a little bit more in depth. So until a little bit later, when my review comes out, I'll talk with you guys then. See you later, guys.